So John Struthers, I'm with Dakota County, and I've been there for 22 years, and been working with Care in Action in my current role for about 2.5 years. And they informed us 6 months ago that there was a church that wanted to reach out and partner with us on needs and unmet needs that families might have. So that's kind of where the partnership started.
And the time just seemed really right. And because we're talking about that through our Vision to Action plan, and that there was a natural time to bring it up as one of the options, and everybody who participated just thought, this is great, let's do it. So at that point, Care in Action contacted John, and John and I made contact with each other and moved forward with it, and that was a very quick action at that point.
We have had a participant within our treatment court that was doing very well, had maintained sobriety, completed treatment, did everything she needed to do. She successfully secured housing and was able to move in to her new apartment. Unfortunately, the other community resources that we had available weren't able to respond to kind of the housing furnishing needs for several weeks. It was like 6 or 8 weeks later. And we wanted to reunify her with the child very quickly after she got her housing. So that is where I used our connections through Care in Action and reached out to St. Stephen's to inquire if there was any way we could furnish this participant's apartment, in preparation for her child to be reunified with her. The participant, they were overjoyed by the support and the response that they got. I think our request was fairly simple. We were just looking for household goods that you don't have if you are just getting housing. So plates and silverware and pots and pans and towels and things of that nature. And of course, our request was small, but the response was huge. They got just a giant support and different donations of used goods and things of that nature. And there was even diapers and things like that donated. So she was overjoyed, and it took, kind of a home that was completely unfurnished and livable, but yet didn't feel quite like home to days later. I mean, it was completely furnished, and she was ready to reunify with her child and into a home that was filled with goods.
I think you sent something to us right at the end of January or the beginning of the first or second day of February. I think we had the things 2 days later, maybe 3. We had responses for people that were the bigger things that we could go out and get, and then things were just brought into the church right away. But this is a building block for them to go forward, and that feels really, really good, both from a person from St. Stephen's and an individual from Faith.
We were just never 100% sure what is the next barrier or roadblocks that's going to be thrown in front of us. But I think knowing that the partnership is out there is always comforting. Knowing that if we do have a barrier to overcome or an unmet need that's out there that we can't meet through another avenue, that this is somewhere we can turn.
From a faith perspective, what really strikes me is I think my soul, I believe it's true of many, but my soul really thrives on doing things with and for others. And in the Bible, there's many places treating others in a certain way as yourself as with God. And to me, that's such a big part of what this is doing this because faith says this is what I want to do. The thing with faith is faith also says I don't know how it affects other people. And what I like about what happens with Care in Action through child protection is the impact is so clear, it's so direct, it's so immediate, that goes a long way to helping the faith.